I'm J. Lenora Bressler, and welcome to the March 31st, 2019 edition of the Bible Delight in the Details. Throughout Genesis and really the entire Bible, but particularly in those early chapters and early stories of Genesis, we see that the true religion of Yahweh, of the Judeo-Christian God, is made very clear that it is a situation of one God, a monotheistic religion, as opposed to the pantheistic religions that were so prominent throughout the ancient world. Now, why was that so significant? And why is it that over and over again we see an emphasis by God on I am one, I am the one and only God, have no other gods except for me? And anytime that there is a competition, so to speak, God seems to be absolutely obsessed with showing that the other alleged gods are not real gods, and he is the one and only, or as classic Coke likes to say, the one. Why is that? In the ancient world, most people believed, almost everybody believed in gods, but they believed that gods were limited in some way, many times limited to a geographical region. Therefore, people did not feel like they were in any way being unfaithful to the God of their forefathers or the God of their homeland when they traveled. And so when they were traveling in another area, they paid homage and worshiped the God of that region because they believed that the gods of a particular area were prominent and were preeminent there. And then when they moved on, there were gods of another region that were preeminent in their geographical location. And one of the reasons I believe that God called the father of the faithful, the original Hebrew, Abraham, out of Ur of the Chaldeans and told him that he was to go, he was to travel around, was to show him that God, has no borders. You know, we are in the midst of spring break season. Many of us have just returned or are about to leave for spring break. Some of us are staying within the state. Others are crossing state lines. Others maybe even national lines. And yet we as Christians know that God is the God of every region of the world. He's not just a mountain God or a desert God or a water God. He is God over all of the elements. He made everything. He made all of these locations, and therefore he has the ultimate authority over them. We perhaps today do not think of God as being geographically limited, but perhaps we do think of him as being limited in the sense of there are only certain portions of our lives that he should have authority over. And yet our God is a jealous God, jealous not only of geographical preeminence, but also preeminence in our lives. Anytime we do not give him his full credit, his full glory and due, it is as if we were committing adultery. If you go out and you cross a state line and have an affair with somebody, that's still adultery. State lines don't make any difference, and neither does anything else. Are you having an affair with somebody from work, or from a hobby that you have, or from the public library? Well, who cares? It doesn't really matter. Any time we are not completely faithful and give God his due in all areas of our lives, in all geographical locations, we are committing spiritual adultery. And obviously, God being a loving lover, he is called our lover. He's called our lover of our souls. He's called our husband in the Bible. He is not going to be happy. We need to remember that this is a loving, covenantal kind of relationship with the Lord, and it needs to be preeminent in all locations and in all aspects of our lives. And we will flourish in that kind of faithful, loving relationship. I'm J. Lenora Bressler. Visit me again, whether you're on spring break or not, on the next edition of The Bible Delight in the Details. Have a great day.